welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following NCAAB matches that is happening on Tuesday, November 7th. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comment section below. In the upcoming game between Northern Iowa versus North Texas, the Panthers were sitting at 12-9 SU and 8-4 in MVC play at one point during the last season, before going 2-9 over their final 11 games. It was the defense that ultimately failed them, allowing 76.9 points per game in that stretch. For the season, they ranked 6th in the MVC, allowing only 69.9 points per game while their opponents shot 44.9% against them. They finished last in the conference with a 1.4 blocks per game average and 7th with 6.4 steals per game. On the offensive end, they were 6th in the conference, averaging 70.1 points per game. They shot 45.3% from the field and 34% from three. Northern Iowa was 6th in the MVC with 32.8 rebounds per game, but 7th with a -0.13 rebound differential. The good news for the Panthers is that they returned their two big guns from last season, junior guards Bowen Born and Tylen Anderson. Born was 4th in the MVC and led the team with a 17.9 points per game average. He finished last season with a flourish, averaging 28.5 points in the last two games. Born also led the team with 2.7 assists per game. Anderson was second on the team with 12.6 points per game and led the Panthers with 8.5 rebounds per game, best in the MVC. Anderson was also the team's leader in steals, 1.4, and blocks, 0.5, per game. The Mean Green finished the season 30th in net rankings, making them the highest team to not earn a bid to the NCAA tournament. Instead of pouting, they rattled off 5 straight wins to capture an NIT championship. This season marks their first as a member of the American Athletic Conference. They concluded their run in Conference USA with the best defense a year ago, allowing just 55.8 points per game, the lowest mark in the country. Opponents shot just 39.1% against the Mean Green and they ranked 5th in blocked shots, 3.0, and 6th in steals, 6.5, per game. On the other end, North Texas offense shot 43.6% from the field, 10th in CUSA, and averaged 64.5 points per game, lowest in the conference. Unlike the Panthers, the Mean Green see their top 3 scorers and 5 of their top 7 depart. They do retain 3 starters from the NIT championship squad, but Aaron Scott stands as the top returning scorer, averaging 7 points per game last season. The junior forward was also second on the team with 5.5 rebounds and 1 steal per game. The team is following up their most successful season with a new head coach. Ross Hodge takes the reins after 7 seasons as the associate head coach for the Mean Green. The lone meeting between these two came back in 2015, when the Panthers took a 93-70 win at home. Last season, per TeamRankings.com, Northern Iowa went 15-16 ATS and 5-6 ATS on the road. North Texas was 22-14 ATS last season and 8-6 ATS at home. Despite those numbers, the spread here seems appropriate given the variables entering this season opener. The Panthers are in an outstanding position with Born and Anderson back in the mix. Born is a bomber and not afraid to heave up threes, averaging 5.5 3-point shots made per game last season. They led the offense as sophomores and should bump productivity up a level for Northern Iowa. North Texas, on the other hand, will be breaking in a new coach who brings with him new ways, though hardly unfamiliar. However, the loss of 70% of their offense from a year ago is a major concern. The Mean Green is heading into a brand new world this year, with a new bench boss and a new, strong conference, but it may take some time before they ramp back up to where they were last season. Take the Panthers getting the points. Last season, Northern Iowa saw the over go 19-11-1 in their games while the over was just 17-18-1 when North Texas played. Yes, the Panthers do bring back their biggest offense weapons from last season, but North Texas bringing back just 30% of their offense from last season is an issue. They already weren't pushing the majority of their games over and now they are forced to figure out who will make up for a big chunk of the scoring. The Mean Green shot just 43.6% last season, so don't expect them to turn into a sharp shooting squad overnight. The Panthers weren't the sharpest shooters as well last season, hitting at a 45.6% clip. All of this on top of North Texas having the nation's best defense last season. While they did lose a bunch of bodies, Hodge has been part of the staff that has already made this their identity. Take the under.